Americans are holding on to devices longer than ever, and it's costing the economy. It's your fault. Reviews.org finds that on average, Americans hold on to their phones for roughly 2 years and 5 months longer than the roughly 22-month average. CNBC says this was found...
Then the roughly 22-month average, CNBC says, was found in 2016.
I skipped a line. Nice. Yep. The main reason people are upgrading their phones are faster performance, for about 21.9% of respondents of this survey, battery issues for 18.4%, and new features 13%. That's probably the biggest reason why this is failing. And a broken or lost phone is at 12.8%. The average American pays $634.35 for their phone, significantly less than the retail price of flagship phones. And the Federal Reserve found that each extra year businesses hold off on upgrading equipment costs results in a productivity decline of about 1/3%. Although I would really hazard a guess that doesn't really include smartphones. So CNBC's article notes that the lost productivity and inefficiency are the unintended consequences of people and businesses clinging onto aging technology. That said, in the CNBC article, Stephen Athwal, CEO of UK-based The Big Phone Store, nice name, notes that when people hold on to their phones or laptops, see, you're including laptops in here, and I really don't think that's fair. But anyways, the repair and refurbishment market becomes an active part of the economy. Oh, okay, yeah.
When you hold on to them for 5 to 6 years. Yeah. Luke didn't sleep much last night, so his reading is little...
It tends to struggle. It's worse right now.
Today. Yep.
In that case, I think including laptops is fine. The loss of productivity at work, I really struggle to include smartphones in that.
I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, I got my son a OnePlus, I want to say 6T. Was it a 7? It was whenever they did that. It was whenever they did that weird McLaren version, because I had no idea what to do with it. OnePlus phone. Was it a 7T?
7T. It looks
McLaren
like.
version. Okay. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like that. Was there?
Maybe
was
they
there
did more than one McLaren edition?
Yeah, let me see. Oh yeah, they did a 16 McLaren. It must be. I think it's that one. That looks right. Does it look right? No, maybe it was the non-McLaren. Maybe it was because we had a McLaren and a non-McLaren, and I was like, well, we have the McLaren one, so if there's a phone that we can spare to give to my son, it'll be this non-McLaren one. Whatever. The point is, I'm pretty sure he has a 6 or a 6T, and I gave that to him thinking, well, this is an Android phone from, at the time, a tier 2 vendor that didn't necessarily have like the best long-term software support. I liked the clean skin and everything, and the hardware was like good and the cost was reasonable. I went OnePlus for his phone, thinking that, this will probably be something that I will have to replace on like a fairly regular basis.
Sure.
He doesn't watch the WAN show, so I'm not worried about him finding out now, but his Christmas present is finally going to be a new phone. The OnePlus 6T came out. 6T.
Do you think at a certain point you're going to have to risk like maybe someone at his school might?
Maybe. It came out in October of 2018, 7 years ago.
Okay, that's going to be a big jump.
And it has only just recently started to become an issue, and it's not even performance, because what does he do on his phone? Yeah. He reads Kindle.
This is my point.
He plays chess.
You're going to argue work performance is significantly impacted by your phone?
Yeah, he plays chess. And then the thing that's actually become problematic is certain apps are not supporting the older version of Android that he's running. So like we can't install the Whisker app for our stupid robot kitty litter thing. Mm-hmm. And it like kitty litter is one of his jobs that he shares with his little sister. So he needs to get a notification if the thing jams or whatever.
Sure.
So it's like the main motivation, because that's the one app that's actually been impactful on our lives. The main motivation for him needing a new phone this year
is
that he needs to be able to do his chores in a more timely fashion.
Fair enough.
So like,
if he gains a phone upgrade from needing to be able to do his chores, like.
But I just mean, we made it 7 years without it being a problem at all. Can you imagine, keeping the phone that you got in 2008 until 2015? Think about how fast things were moving back then.
Holy crap.
Like 2008, that would have been like early smartphone era or like peak dumb phone.
I'm fairly certain in 2008 I had a slidey phone.
Yeah. Can you imagine keeping that for 7 years? What an absolute dumpster fire of an experience that would have been by 2015.
That would have been rough for sure.
Yeah. Whereas now, it's like, functionally speaking, what is the difference between his phone today and what he's going to get now? Oh, wireless charging. Because plugging in a cable is so much work. Like, it's kind of remarkable how few people, I think you hit the nail on the head, how few people are upgrading for features.
Yeah. Yeah. The features is the rough part. And like, I look at the Pixel 10 and like, I don't even want it. All of their talking points are things that like, I am not interested in.
What are you talking about? What about all the AI? Don't you want all the AI?
Don't I want to spend more money after that?
Okay, the airdrop thing is pretty cool.
Yes, that is cool.
Cloning airdrop is pretty cool.
I also
credit to
feel
Google
like it's probably artificially locked to 10.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been pretty upfront about that. And honestly, this is going to sound crazy coming from me, but I actually kind of support their decision to roll it out slowly like this in this case. And the reason for that is they have no way of knowing how quickly and aggressively and how thoroughly Apple's going to try to block it.
For sure.
So if they rolled this out to the entire Android ecosystem, only for 2 weeks later, Apple to manage to block it permanently or something, then all of a sudden they just peeved off like 71% of worldwide smartphone users. By rolling it out to just the 10. It's this kind of like cutting edge feature, and it's a relatively small device base that they have to maybe get into this cat and mouse game with Apple on. I actually support the decision.
I have wondered if the sales are going well, because I noticed this.
That's pretty aggressive.
It like just released, dude.
I mean, it is Black Friday. Here. Okay. Well, here, hold on. Counterpoint. Okay. What's Apple up to? Because they also just released their phones in September. Hold on, I'm just going to switch to the US site, since that's usually the
one I was looking at is Canadian.
You were looking at Canadian?
$8.49 Canadian.
Okay, I'm just looking at the discount. I'm looking at the discount.
No, I was mostly telling the audience.
Okay, so the Apple shopping event, iPhone 16 from 720.
That's a 16 though.
Yeah, you just get a gift card.
Yeah, but you'd have to look at 17.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. So yeah, they're discounting last gen. They're just discounting last gen iPhones. Yeah.
Which in my opinion for Black Friday does kind of make sense.
Not desperate.
It's largely what Black Friday is usually supposed to be for.
M4 MacBook Pros.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Well, yep. Well, hold on. Shop iPhone. Okay. Is other stuff just going to be yeah. There you go. iPhone Air from MSRP. Get fucked.
Yeah. So that's like a pretty fat discount.
Hey.